decided to test out the question, do you replace your coleslaw at Cane's?
For this, we're going to be using a 1 proportion Z test.
So we're gonna do phantoms.
Spooky.
Ooh. Caitlin, when you go to Cane's, do you substitute the coleslaw for something else, or do you eat it?
I substitute them.
Hey Chelsea, when you go to Cane's, do you replace your coleslaw with anything else?
Yes, I replace it with toast.
Good answer.
Thank you.
For our null hypothesis, or the HO, we said that the proportion of people who switch out their coleslaw is 50%. And for our alternate hypothesis, or the HA, we said that the true proportion of people who trade out the coleslaw in their Cane's order is greater than 50%.
Ho, ho, ho.
Ha.
For our first assumption, we had to check that we sampled people randomly, which we did not. It was just a convenience sample, but we're going to say that's okay and proceed with caution. Okay, for our second check, we to check normality, so we found that 80% of people switch out their Cane's, and we sampled 50, so 80% times 50 equals 40, so that checks out, it's greater than or equal to 10. And then 1 minus 0.8 times 50 is 10, which checks out because it's greater than or equal to 10. And for our final check, it is independent because the number of people we sampled, 50 times 10, is less than the population of people. Check.
So, as I wrote really big right here, we will be doing a 1 proportion Z test.
Alright, so to test our hypothesis, we will use this formula, p hat minus p over p hat times 1 minus p hat over n, all under a square root. Alright, so let's begin. Our p hat was 0.8, that's the percent of people that switch out. And then our null hypothesis was 0.5 over 0.8 again times 0.2 over 50, which is our sample size. And then when you do this math,
First, you want to hit stat, then slide over to tests, and then go down to number 5, which is the 1 proportion Z test. Back to you, Deirdre, with the calculations.
alright, after Lydia's calculator work, we have found that we have a z-score of 4.24. 4. Alright, here we have a normal curve, which would fall on 0.5, if that's the truth. P hat. Ours was 0.8, right here. 0.8. So, that gave us, as we said, a z-score of 4.24. And then, if we look on our handy-dandy z-chart, so with our z-score, we get a p-value of close to 0. So that means, since our p-value is close to 0, it is lower than alpha equals 0.05, and we have evidence against HO. So we will reject HO in favor of HA and conclude that more than 50% of people do switch out the coleslaw at Cane's for something else.
During this whole procedure, we could have done a better job at making it a random sample, but we didn't have the motivation nor the time, and it would be kind of hard in this environment, so we didn't. So sorry.